Good morning, agents, and welcome to another daily episode of Targeted Loot today for September 15th, the series that shows you the Targeted Loot map, farming tips and tricks, and much more. I'm Agent Shadow, and if you enjoy my content, please consider smashing the subscribe and like buttons below, and check the video description for some awesome guides to farming, all the name stuff, everything. Also, you can check the pinned comment below for my Discord link and how to join the Shadow Crew clan on PC, Xbox, and PS4, and my new merchandise store at Teespring for some awesome Shadow Gaming merchandise. Thanks, agents. So let's get started with the Dark Zones first and the highlights from the DZ vendors, then DC, then New York last. So in DZ West and the vendor, we got the Calibre with perfect jazz hands. I probably didn't pronounce that correctly, but it's the shotgun with perfect jazz hands. And then Alp Summit, so of course there's no named item here, that's DZ exclusive. In DZ South, you got gloves. You can get the death grips, those are the only DZ exclusive gloves. They give you 5% armor on kill, which is going up to 10% in Title Update 11. And at the vendor, you can get the 0S chest piece. This time it's rolled with armor, crit hit chance, and skill haste, so I would just roll that skill haste off. And then DZ East, you got chest pieces, and at the vendor, you got the Hollow Man mask with armor, and then explosive resistance rolled onto it, and then in the middle, that damage to health. The chest pieces you'd be looking for that are DZ exclusives is the Ferocious Calm, which has perfect overwatch, and then the Door Kicker's knock as well, which I believe has perfect spark. Alright, agents, highlights for the north side, we got Grupo Sombro Camp White Oak, so 1 piece for DPS builds, 2 pieces for the skill explosives damage builds. We got 511 at the ballpark, which is mainly used just to add extra health, usually like a shield build. Walker Harrison Co. at the amusement park, so that's the perfect headhunter chest piece called Chain Killer. It's always great for your headshot builds, those like one-tap headshot builds. And then Fenris at Manning National Zoo, that's just the 10% assault rifle damage that you want from the first piece on your DPS build. Alright, agents, we're over here on the west side of DC. Highlights for the west side would be Douglas and Harding at Federal Emergency Bunker for the Punch Drunk mask with 20% headshot damage baked into it. You can mix that with the Dodge City holster or a perfect headhunter build. Go Long Gear for the 10% status effects. You can mix that with 4-piece Eclipse Protocol, Imperial Dynasty holster, or the Vile mask. Mask at Downtown West, so you can get the Coyotes mask, the Vile mask, and then of course the Punch Drunk mask like I just said. And then Gila Guard for that shield build stuff, which like I said, comment below if you have any good Gila Guard stuff that you have in your build. I'd love to know because I never use Gila Guard. We also got Hanayu at Constitutional Hall. You can get the Force Multiplier backpack with perfect combined arms, which is great with that turret and drone builds, and a lot of other skill damage builds. And then submachine guns at DCD headquarters. You can farm today for the Lady Death, refarm for the Chatterbox, or like a top tier SMG like the Vector variants or the MPX, plus the safety distance with perfect outsider or the swap chain named SMGs. We also got holsters of Foggy Bottom, so the Imperial Dynasty holster, and then the Forge holster with 50% extra shield health, so that's like adding a whole skill tier to your shield. And then Sokolo Concern at Roosevelt Island. The legendary loot today is Sokolo Concern, and then gear sets, and then assault rifles at Capitol Building. Holsters again, but at Lincoln Memorial. I would speed run this instead of doing Foggy Bottom. You got 3 bosses here at the end every time you run Lincoln Memorial. It's a fast, quick mission. I can usually finish it in less than 10 minutes within a group or solo. Murakami for that extra 10% skill duration. It's good to add to all high-end assault rifle striker drone build mixed with Hanayu and Wyvernware. And then you got rifles at DARPA. But you also got rifles in American history this week, or this day, so I would just farm over here instead of DARPA, but it's up to you. You can get the Diamondback and Merciless exotic rifles, or like a good classic M1A. Best damage talents is Ranger, Rifleman, and Boomerang, or you can throw on in sync on it if it's like a skill build. And then finally, we do have gear system mods at the White House. You can hit up these 2 control points if you want to try to get 12% crit hit damage mods, 6% crit hit chance, all those good mods. And remember, the resistance mods are not going back up to 20%. They're staying at 10% as the max that they'll roll as. Alright, agents, we're over here on the east side highlights. We got knee pads at Downtown East, MMRs at Southwest. So if you're looking at the No Hope Hotel or Demolition Site XP farms, you can definitely farm knee pads like the Ninja Bike Messenger knee pads, which you're probably going to need for that Backfire SMG that's coming in Title Update 11. It skips the reload, so when you do cover to cover vault, plus gives you that 25% bonus armor, so you won't have to bleed every time you reload. Then you can get the Fox's Prayer knee pads with that 8% damage to targets out of cover, which is multiplicative damage and is actually better than crit hit damage, so always remember that. So you want to stack as much crit hit damage as possible, but you also want to stack as much damage to targets out of cover as possible on your weapon and on the Fox's Prayer knee pads. And then finally the Sawyer's knee pads, which gives you up to 30% extra weapon damage, 1% every second that you're sitting still. Or you can go Overlord and just farm Fox's Prayers, because Overlord, it would be a lot easier to get Fox's Prayer instead of just farming knee pads. There's a lot less loot in Overlord than knee pads. If you're just looking for Fox's Prayer, I would do Grand Washington Hotel, which is invaded this week. And the invaded missions are Grand Washington Hotel, Viewpoint Museum, American History, and DUA's The Stronghold, which all culminates at Tidal Basin. We also got LMGs at Federal Triangle, exotics are Bullet King and Pestilence. The named ones are Good Times with Perfect Fast Hands. You can also get the new Reliable, the Carnage, or the Sleipnir. Badger Tough, you can get the 0F's chest piece with Perfect Unbreakable. Usually want to get that with an armor roll, and the rest all red attributes. And then shotguns at East Mall, so the Sweet Dreams exotic shotgun or top tier shotguns like the Marine Super 90 or the custom M870. Assault rifles at Capitol Building. You can get the Chameleon exotic, the named Burnout FAMAS, or the named Maniac military AKM, or a top tier AR like the military AKM and FAMAS, Carbine 7, the P416 variants, Police M4s, and then the G36s. And then China Light for the skill explosives damage builds, and then Wyvernware for the extra 10% skill damage. You normally would put that on any skill damage build, at least one piece. Alright, let's check out the targeted loot in New York City before I let you guys go. Alright guys, we got the New York City highlights right now, so of course you can do Providence Defensive Financial District, you can get the Sacrifice of Perfect Glass Cannon, or just farm for something better on your 3 pieces of Providence Defense on your GPS build. Petrov at Liberty Island if you want to farm for Contractor's Gloves, that gives you 8% damage to armor. It's not mandatory usually like the Fox's Prayer knee pads, but if you have an LMG in your build, definitely run those and try to get weapon damage plus, you know, like crit hit chance or crit hit damage if you're already at the 60% crit hit chance cap. And then that's pretty much it that I would recommend, except for MMRs. If you need a good MMR, I would get the White Death or Elk's Long Stick. Otherwise, you can farm for the Nemesis if you already have it, and that's the same with the Mantis as well. Alright agents, well that was the targeted loot for today for September 15th. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe and like if you enjoy my content. You can also click the join button below to further support my dream of being a full-time content creator, and check out the Discord and clan in the pinned comment below. Take care agents, and be sure to stay tuned for more daily videos and much more. This is Agent Shadow signing off. I will see you in the next video. Take care agents.